Mr. Robinson, your name for the record, please.
My name is Clyde Robinson Jr.
Okay. Sir, you're here because there was a warrant issued for your arrest after you failed to appear for sentencing on April 30th. The court issued a warrant on May 15th, and you never contacted us back so that we could finalize your matter of possession of drug paraphernalia that you pled guilty to. Counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor. I did speak with Mr. Robinson. He indicated to me that he had a death in the family. He did contact the court, I believe,
A couple times.
after he missed his court date.
The problem there is that the lawyer should have told him that we can't just make stuff up because it sounds even worse, as even just a normal person would have told this criminal that if the judge asks you for evidence, you would say that you didn't use email and that the cell phone you called on you unfortunately just lost recently, so you don't have any record of those calls to the court. And unless you can give an answer that isn't any one of those, then it's best not to lie and infer that Judge Disanto is an idiot. But remember, that would be a normal person, and this guy is a lawyer.
He did contact them, but then backed out and just was going through a hard time throughout the entire time. He knows he should have addressed this issue back then. Since that time, at the time of the death, he was going through quite a bit. I guess it was his mother. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Lost his job or other circumstances. He's apologetic to the court. We would ask that he be able to sentencing date and with a bond which he could make commensurate with this. He was, I believe, the circumstances being addressed was his wife and he were door dashing. He was not the driver, she was, and there was a traffic stop. The officers recognized Mr. Robinson, realized there was an outstanding warrant. And then he was taken into custody. The bond, I believe, set at the time of the when the warrant was issued was $75,000, 10%. We would ask
7,500, 10%.
7,500. I'm sorry. Yeah, that last one kind of got me. 7,500. Yes, Your Honor. And we would ask that. Under the circumstances, if he could be provided with a bond commensurate with his failure to appear. There were circumstances. I know and he knows he should have come in here after the time that he missed it, made arrangements, but he cowered it out, I guess, is the situation. Would that be a fair statement, sir?
I wouldn't say coward out. It's just I was going through a lot of stuff. I mean, I paid the $1,000 to get out. I wouldn't have never paid it if I hadn't intended on showing up. Everything just happened so fast.
They just cowered it out. It was a bad term on my part. It was just the circumstances. And so, Your Honor, we're asking for either a bond to be reinstated or to set a bond in the amount, say another $250. So it can appear for sentencing.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes, ma'am.
You were supposed to come back for sentencing and you did not. And your attorney is based upon what you told them that you contacted the court a couple times. When and how?
I contacted the pro. I was supposed to go to the pre-exam in the court. I contacted them twice. I told them I'd be there once, and then I ended up not showing. Then I called again when my mother passed and didn't show. So after that, I just didn't show. I apologize. I was just a lot.
It's been almost a year and you haven't shown up.
I can't hear you.
It's been almost a year and you haven't shown up, and your previous bond has been forfeited. So if let's see, you had $500, close to $1,000, and there must have been another matter, but in any event, sir, that wasn't enough to make sure you showed up. Why didn't you show up?
Excuse me?
Why didn't you show up, sir?
Why did I show up?
Right.
Because my mother had passed, and I was in a real dark place. That was the only reason. I feel like I couldn't deal with anything else at that.
Okay.
I just lost other year before that, so it was kind of rough. I mean, I was there when she paid, so.
I can understand that, sir. I can understand that. So, and how long has it been since your mom passed?
It's been a year.
Okay. And in the last, let's say, 2 months, what steps have you taken to contact the court?
I haven't taken any steps. I also had a daughter just going to Eastern College. I've been trying to DoorDash to get her books because I don't currently have a job right now. So I haven't had made no attempts to contact the court because I haven't had any type of money to put towards the courts. Everything's going to my family right now.
Okay. And sir, is your only employment DoorDash?
Excuse me? Could you repeat the question?
Why are you not working other than DoorDash?
Because I haven't been able to find a job anywhere else. I've been putting applications in through Indeed. I've been to temporary services. Don't nobody have any jobs right now.
Don't forget you're also a dickhead.
Okay.
Thank you for agreeing, Judge.
In my field, I've been putting out a lot of applications, though, ma'am.
What is your
DoorDash is the easiest. DoorDash is the easiest thing to do.
My God, Disantos still hasn't figured out how to question people without talking at the same time.
DoorDash is the easiest. DoorDash is the easiest thing to do.
What is your field, sir?
I'm a machine operator. I work for Wayne Industries and the place in Wayne. I can't even remember the name. I'm so nervous. K9. I worked for K9 for 3 years. That was a job that I got fired from. That's a job I was working when I posted that first bond. I lost that job in July.
Sir, here's the issue. You haven't taken care of this matter. You haven't made any attempts. The only reason you're in custody is because you were a passenger in a vehicle that was pulled over for a traffic stop, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, the court's going to continue the $7,500 10% bond.
What I will say is that she's consistent in laying down the law.
So there's no way I can pay that now.
What I think is out of it is that this guy is oldish looking, say 50 plus a mature man, and yet he doesn't have a single friend that trusts him enough to loan him $750. It's out of it, as I don't think I have a single friend that I wouldn't loan $750 to, or that would do the same for me. Trust, the number one ingredient in every relationship.
To get out to try to do anything. I don't have the money.
It speaks volumes about the character of a person.
Could you please go in?
How are we going to guarantee that you're going to appear in court?
I'm gonna guarantee you I'm up here in court because if everything wasn't going on the first time, I would have came back. It just lapsed of time, and I apologize, but I will be back in court. I want to get this taken care of because I don't want you guys pulling me over.
Okay, well, you guys is not me because I don't have that authority. But sir, no disrespect, but you know, your personal guarantee, you didn't show up last time and you had money there. So.
And that was the reason why, was because of my mother. I understand what I'm sorry, could you repeat?
What's to say that there's not going to be a lot going on between now and the time you're supposed to be coming back the next time?
Because I'm pretty sure my mother's not gonna die again, or none of my kids. I will be here. I need to make sure that my daughter has her books for school. So I will be here to take care of that, sir.
Judge screwed up by asking him that question, as he just gave the best reply.
Ma'am, excuse me. She's the most important thing right now.
I understand that, and I don't know if you're trying to be funny or not, with your statement about your mom not dying a second time, but sir, my point in asking you that question, sir, is that there are a lot of unexpected things that occur on a daily basis. But what is expected is that you are to still appear in court or communicate with the court and then show up when you communicate with us.
Yes, I will. I will be here. I will communicate. If anything happens, which I do not think it will, I will be here. I will make sure I call.
If you're a test right now, sir, what's in your system?
Marijuana and alcohol.
What's the first thing you said?
Marijuana and alcohol I was drinking last night. That should be it.
Okay, well, technically, you're still on a bond with this court because this court ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
I don't know. I don't understand exactly what the question was.
This court, on March 17th, or March 27th of 2024, this court, at your arraignment, ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs as a condition of bond
Judge, that isn't an actual question.
that are not prescribed. So not only did you blow us off and not show up to court, but now you're completely disregarding this court's order of not using any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
And still she's waiting for the answer to the question that she still hasn't asked. Quite a genius.
I didn't know alcohol. Well, I apologize, ma'am. It's very stressful out there in the world. I'm not sure. So, I mean, marijuana is legal and alcohol is legal too. And I understand what you are asking, but on a day-to-day basis, when you're outside trying to take care of business, it's kind of hard to not to take some of the stress off of everyday life.
It would be funny if Disanto would say, "Sir, I haven't asked you the question yet. I'm just taking long pauses to confuse you so that we can talk over each other."
Sir?
I apologize.
What is your
DoorDash is the easiest thing to do.
They also reside in the same outside world as well, right? Yes, there's a lot of stressors. There sure are. However, whether alcohol and marijuana is legal or not is irrelevant for you because you are under the jurisdiction of this court. And this court, as a result of your charge, ordered you not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed.
I haven't possessed any of them. I just told you that I've used them. It might be in my system, but you didn't find me with no alcohol or drugs on me when I got pulled over.
That's not the issue, sir. The issue is they didn't find it on you. However, as you quite honestly told the court, you were drank or used marijuana in the recent past. What the court is trying to tell you is that
You are a dickhead.
when you were originally placed on and facing these charges, the court ordered you not to drink and not to smoke until this matter was resolved. That's all. That's exactly what the court was saying as a term and conditions of the bond that you posted. Now, do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand, and I apologize. I mean, I can't give you a reason. That's the only reason I say I apologize.
I understand, and you're right. We all live in a very stressful world, but still, the court did give you certain orders that the court expects that you follow. I'm just putting that on so you clearly understand what we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, sir. How did you purchase the alcohol or the marijuana?
What do you mean, how do I purchase it?
With what money, sir?
I don't purchase it. I had a couple, the last time I drank, I had a couple of drinks with friends. I didn't purchase anything.
Oh, maybe they can help pay for your daughter's books. I don't know.
My wife smokes marijuana. She works, so I mean, she pays for some things.
Who's that?
I think he said his wife.
Oh, his wife.
Yes.
Okay.
She also.
Well, good. So maybe instead of buying marijuana, you can buy a couple books. I don't know. The court's going to order a $3,500 10% bond to ensure you're going to appear in court.
So indeed she isn't consistent and has dropped the bond by half. It must have been all the drugs and alcohol he's taking that swayed her judgment to drop the bond. If I ever go to court, I'll have to remember that.
So it's lower. You have to come up with $350.
And you're not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. So, even if it's a legal drug, it needs to be prescribed to you, sir, or you cannot use it.
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe as I edit these cases and remove all of the mundane, boring, repetitive stuff. And I even remove the silences, so you get only the juicy bits, which I think are always the best bits. Are looking for another episode that has all the boring stuff cut out and gives you just the good stuff, then here a couple that may interest you. Enjoy.